Hi guys, I just want to share with you some really exciting news. This is my first book. It's called Smash the Habit, and it will be in Amazon very soon, both in print format and in Kindle format. So I'm just doing a final proof on this. Oh, have you seen the back cover there? It's pretty cool, isn't it? I'm just doing some final proofreading on this, and I'm hoping to get it released in the next week or two. So really exciting news. Okay, so what was my driver behind writing this book, Smash the Habit? I realized that every single client that I had a pattern of behavior or a pattern of thinking that defines what the word habit means to me. Now, I've dealt with everything from alcoholics through to chocoholics, from people who've got weight issues to smokers, stammerers, all sorts of people. But on the other end of the spectrum, I've also had people who don't have a physical habit as such, but what they did have was a habit of the mind. You know, they would come to me, people who had issues within their relationships, or people who perhaps were striving to achieve something, maybe a business, but they couldn't quite get there. And do you know why? Because they had this inner voice, this inner pattern within them that was saying to them things like, you can't achieve this, you're not good enough, you're not worthy. And it made me realize that every one of us have got these bad habits. You know, there might be physical manifestations, there might be mental manifestations, might be psychological. And I've had these, I've been there. You know, I used to think to myself when I first started off in this game that I looked around at people who are successful, and I thought, how on earth can I achieve what they're achieving? You know, they're far more extrovert than I am, they're far more confident than I am, they've got more skills than I have. And it wasn't until I managed to make that change in my mind, that switch, to realizing that, you know what, everyone's just a human being. And they started where I started. And they must have had the same sort of trepidation and the same sort of concerns that I've got. And now I've got a very successful business. I have clients coming through the door. I'm doing some amazing stuff. And it's all because of that mental shift. I've been a smoker. I've drunk heavily. I used to eat meat all the time. But I managed, now that I understand how easy it is to switch your mindset, I managed to change all of those overnight. 14 years ago, I gave up meat, alcohol, I gave up smoking overnight. 5 months ago, I decided that coffee was just not good for me. I wasn't sleeping very well. I was craving coffee all the time. Overnight, I switched that. I don't drink coffee anymore. I very rarely drink tea. I think I have 1 or 2 cups of green tea a day, and I drink 5 pints of lemon water. I feel amazing. My first step in changing my habit was to acknowledge and to admit that I'd got the habit in the first place. And you need to do this with yourself. You need to be very honest with yourself and acknowledge and admit that habit. Because unless you do that, there is no habit in your mindset that you need to tackle. So that's my first tip from my book that I would share with you. Acknowledge and admit. It's probably the most important step on your road to a huge transformation in your life. So look out for my book, guys. Thank you very much for your time, and have a great day. Bye bye.